Going for the gold, a triangle soccer star getting ready to head to Paris to represent our country in the upcoming Olympic Games.
Casey Murphy, goalie for the North Carolina Courage, was just one of 18 players selected this week for the Olympic roster. Today, she spoke with our Sean Coffey about that honor and what it's doing to grow the game right here in the Triangle. Hi, Sean.
Yeah, hi, Lauren. Steve, Casey was the only player on the Courage to crack that coveted 18-player roster, and she says that's a privilege that's not lost on her, nor is the opportunity to represent both her club and her country at the Paris Games, and in doing so, maybe help spur some of the growth we've seen around soccer here in the Triangle.
Once I got the call that I made it, I was obviously overwhelmed with joy and happiness.
Courage goalkeeper Casey Murphy is already living out the dream of millions of young athletes everywhere. It wasn't that long ago that she was that kid, reminiscing today about her own trip to watch the U.S. women's national team at the 2012 Olympics in London.
We had our faces painted, and we were all teenagers, and we had signs, and so it's kind of crazy to think that now I'll be on the field, and there'll be all the fans in the stadium rooting for us.
Her journey now taking her across the world with a chance for Olympic gold at the upcoming Games in Paris. Courage head coach Sean Nahas has seen the game grow exponentially in his 20-plus years in the Triangle. He says the spotlight of a major event like the Olympics can amplify the energy around soccer, especially at the youth level.
The foundation is there. There's zero question about it. This is the hub of football, in women's football. For me, in this country, this is the hub of women's football.
That foundation getting stronger by the day. Taylor Pilkington runs Raleigh-based soccer training center Soccer Genome, working with the next generation of players.
So we'll start the day with little kids just beginning soccer and finish the night with collegiate players playing at UNC, Chapel Hill, playing at NC State, Duke.
He says their facility, which provides young soccer players with supplemental training, has never been busier. The ascent of the Triangle's local professional teams is a big part of that.
Kids can have a real tangible experience of they can come play and train, but then they can go see an actual pro game right down the road and feel from a club branding standpoint that, again, if they play at NCFC, they have an immediate emotional connection with the senior team.
Players who will one day hope to get that same phone call Casey got earlier this week.
I was just so excited, trying to play it cool, but obviously it was the best call ever.
And for reference, Taylor says when Soccer Genome started training players back in 2011, they had about a couple of dozen players who were interested. Now they train about 350 people a week. As far as Casey and the Olympic team, they'll begin their quest for a gold medal in Nice on July 25th at 3 p.m. Steve, Lauren?
Lots of dreams will be coming true
Absolutely.
in Paris this summer. Yeah. And speaking of that, we're very excited for Casey, but we're also excited because Sean has some news to share with our viewers. I think that will be excited in your family about Sam Coffey. Tell us about that, Sean.
Yeah, little sister, first off, let me say, I feel like I'm gonna be hearing about this at some future family dinners, all right? And that's okay, because she's totally earned it. But yeah, my little sister will be there to manage to crack the roster, and I would never admit this to her personally, but of course, I am very proud of her. She's doing great. We all are, so it's very cool.
Sam's a cool little sister. You brought her here when she was visiting the Triangle a few weeks ago, and we know it's a really proud time for the entire Coffey family. And Sean's going to give us the inside scoop, how Team USA is going to be going for the gold. So watch for that as we get closer to the Paris Olympics.
Ooh. All right, Sean, the pressure's on.
I will. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, Sean,
Congratulations.
Yeah, very cool.